Hello everyone, True Zero Emissions here. Okay, so why am I referring to the Wolf King GTR as an electrogravity rocket? Well, first of all, it's a rocket because look how fast it is. Look at that, Wolf King GTR. And second of all, what is Donald Lee Smith, the father of what? What is he the father of? He's the father of, well, I'll have to think about that one, but he's the father of, we could say, one of the fathers of extreme efficiency compared to today's unpopular circuitry, right? Which is less than 100% efficient. See, when we let nature in, when we let nature help us power our systems, the efficiency is endless. And Donald Lee Smith taught us that every electric motor is an electrogravity. It's a gravity drive. It's a gravity drive event, right? And study Don Smith for yourself. All his videos are shared openly, and they're not hard to find. Just look up Donald Lee Smith, and he talks about what happens with copper wires, what happens with magnets, what's taking place, what are the electrons doing, where do the electrons come from, right? Don Smith says that the sun, if I understand correctly and I recall correctly, the sun is giving us electrons, right? Electron pairs. Large electrons pair up with small electrons, and they make the infinity symbol, right? Amps, volts, amps, volts, amps, volts. You push them apart with a little bit of energy, and they push back with immense force, greater than 100% efficiency, and that's nature pushing back, right? So in my own example, which just is from reading a lot, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? So when I'm walking on the ground and I'm putting pressure on the ground, right? Pressure, pressure, pressure. If every action has an equal and opposite reaction, then how is the ground pushing back at the pressure I'm applying to it? That's the zero-point field. That's the virtual particle flux field. That's the tachyon waves. That's the gravity waves. That's how I'm visualizing it right now. So study Donald Lee Smith, and never forget, we're already powering our systems with an electrogravity drive. It's just understanding it in such a way that we can start to apply those forces and fields in a directional way, to rather than just spin something, which is what we're doing right now. We're spinning something, which is great, right? It's very efficient. These are very powerful motors, but we can actually, maybe we can use the forces and fields that are present everywhere to levitate something and to control it, right? So something can appear, how can I say this? We can have the scooter be fixed in space as if it's touching the ground, just like it is now, right? Solid in space, and able to move through space as if it's on tracks, right? Like it's on tracks, but yet it's on virtual tracks, right? We can call it virtual tracks, virtual railroad tracks, right? Where would you like to go today? Okay, everyone, see you in the next video. Bye. Have a great day. Oh, never forget, anything you set your mind to, you can achieve. So we get to choose what we think about, right? So we could get distracted by things that maybe are irrelevant to what we want in our lives. And so one of the tips and tricks we could say is to focus on the things that we want to create. What are the things that we can change, that we can create, that we can make? What do we want in our life? And then make those things by focusing on them and taking steps towards that. It just naturally happens when we focus on it. Someone was telling me, when you're riding a motorcycle, this gentleman was telling me, when you ride the motorcycle, wherever he looks is where the bike goes. So he was letting me know, choose where you look, because if you look somewhere that you don't want to go, you could still end up there, right? So that's the way he was explaining it to me. And the analogy is with life is what we're focusing on is where we're putting our energy, right? That's where we're putting our creative energy. So how about, rather than being frustrated about things that we cannot change, or we can't maybe figure out why certain things happened, or this, maybe not building what we want to make, right? So how do we focus on the things that we want to build and want to make, and then we just naturally move toward that space. Like we literally create that space, or the space creates itself as we focus on it. It's kind of exciting. Okay, everyone, see you soon. Have a great day. See you in the next video soon. Okay, bye.